Keith, thank you very much again for joining me on Tyneside Live. The last time we spoke, we were on the cusp of signing Chris Wood. Oh, how things have changed. In under 45 minutes, sum the season up.
45 minutes? That was a long interview we did the last time, wasn't it? Was that Chris Wood? I thought when we spoke the last time it was just after the takeover.
No, it was
sum the season up.
I'll tell you a better question. What has been the low point of the season for you as a sports journalist, and the high point?
Do you know, it's difficult to actually remember a low point, because I think since the takeover went through in October, the whole place has just taken off. I have to say, it's probably been the longest season I've ever worked on, because it's just been story after story, event after event, signing after signing in January, and then already we're looking ahead to the summer transfer window, and the season hasn't even ended. That because obviously the club are safe. I have to say, since the takeover went through back in 7th of October, it's just been a whole whirlwind. It's been amazing to be part of it. I said it up on the stage a moment ago that it was a privilege for me to be there breaking the story back in October, and the reason I got a bit upset at the time is because I felt so attached to the city, and I realised what I was saying meant so much to so many other people. And at that time, I think I finally realised that I get this place and I get what the people are all about. So it was great for me to be directly involved in it all, to break the story. Since then, it's just been story after story. Steve Bruce going, Eddie Howe appointed, signings arriving, Bruno, huge money arrival in January, climbing up the league table, wins that get teams like Arsenal at home, like huge performances, amazing occasions. I have to put a word out there to War Flags. What they've done on a match day at St James's Park has been incredible. The atmosphere there is just like completely the complete other end of the scale to what it was before pre-takeover. So it's been great. I'm already looking forward to next season. I have to say, I need a holiday. I need a couple of weeks off. I'm absolutely knackered. I was away in Seville last week doing Rangers Europa League final. I was there for 5 days, got back late Friday night, went to the Scottish Cup final yesterday to work, straight back down here today. And I was actually meant to be working at the Burnley-Newcastle match today, but I'd said I was going to be here instead. So all over the place. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was probably close to leaving. I was probably close to maybe going and doing another job somewhere else, because I felt the club wasn't going anywhere and it maybe wasn't matching the ambitions of what I wanted to do with my career. But I have to say, since the takeover has gone through, it's given me a real kind of comfort that I do want to stay here now and carry on with the journey with you guys.
Are you getting a pay rise?
Well, I've asked for one. No. Do you know what? It's been so busy, I've not had a chance, but no. I've not had a pay rise, but what I would say, lots of other things have come on top of it. Like, I'm doing lots of like talks and events like this and other things. It's been great for your profile, and it's great for people and I get people coming up to me in the street all the time, and I find it really strange because they come up and say thank you, thanks for everything you've done, and I'm like, you know, I didn't buy the football club. But I think it's because they think that you're directly involved. So for me, it's not about the money. For me, it's about the fact that you're part of it and you feel part of the whole thing. And when people come up to you and say thanks for everything you've done, you're doing your job really well, that means more to me than any pay rise or financial gain.
Last question, who do you think, I know it's speculation, who do you think could be our first signing in the summer?
I don't know who will be first through the door, but obviously I know a number of players that they're looking at.
Can you name some?
I don't know how quickly they'll get done. I mean, we saw in January things turning up out of the blue, like Chris Wood just came out of the blue that we didn't know about. The Bruno one, they've been looking at Bruno for 3 years. Someone like Darwin Núñez, who Steve mentioned on the stage there, they've been looking at him for 3 years as well. I just don't think they'll get him this window. I think they'll have a better chance if they're looking in that part of the world. I put a story out a couple of weeks ago about Renan Lodi, the Atletico Madrid left back. I think there's a chance he comes in here at left back, which would obviously put into question whether they sign Matt Targett permanently. I don't know if it'll happen. If it doesn't work, they might decide to try and bring in Targett. I think they'll bring in a new goalkeeper. I think they'll bring in at least one striker, maybe two. Chris Wood will stay. I think Callum Wilson probably will stay. So they'll have three, and maybe four. Dwight Gale will move on. A lot of people asking me about Paqueta. Don't think Paqueta will happen. Other than that, I don't know. Honestly, this sounds really bad, but I'm trying my best to stay switched off from it until the window opens, because you just become so immersed in it all that it's difficult to get some time off. So I'm trying not. I've made a few calls. I spoke to a few different people, and there are a few things doing the rounds. Whether they get them over the line, as you know, for Newcastle right now, very difficult for them to do deals because they know Newcastle have got money to spend. So what they're doing is they're putting an extra few million in every transfer, and the owners are making it clear that they're not going to be held to ransom. So it's a really kind of difficult situation. So we'll see.
In your experience, would your message be to Newcastle fans not to expect too much this summer?
Listen, I know a lot of stuff's come out. People saying they're only going to spend 40 or 50 million. I think they'll spend more than that. I think they need to get the message out there that they're only going to spend 40 or 50 so that clubs don't hold them to ransom like we've touched on already. I can see them probably spending another 100 like they did in January, and then within 3 transfer windows there's 300 million and you do that. But you've also got to think, say for example they sell St Maximin and say they get 40 or 50 million for it, that'll then be reinvested in. So if I'm saying 100, say they sell St Maximin for example, there's another 50, so then suddenly you're spending 100. So I think it all depends on what they bring in on departures as well. I would be amazed if they got to the end of the transfer window and they've only spent 40, 50 million. Personally, I think it'll be more than that.
Keith, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you for all the effort you're putting in. It's been a great coverage of Newcastle United. Hope you managed to enjoy some time off, and we'll see you next season.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks.